Reynolds back in a hurry. Reynolds to the hole.
Rubio takes and scores! Down the lane, all the way through.
The throw, the catch, touchdown!
Cavalier Sports Weekly is presented by the Virginia Lottery, where all profits benefit Virginia's public schools grades K through 12. Buy clean, safe, reliable propane. Propane, exceptional energy. Buy Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And brought to you in part by the Virginia Athletics Foundation, dedicated to providing scholarship, operational, and facility support for the Virginia Athletics Program. On this edition of Cavalier Sports Weekly, presented by the Virginia Lottery.
When I was younger, I always wanted to be doing something. I kept myself very busy. I didn't like to be idle. Welcome to Cavalier Sports Weekly. I'm your host, Tamika Ferguson, from the women's track and field team. We've got a lot of great highlights and features for you on today's show. But first, here's your play of the week.
The Play of the Week is brought to you by SunTrust Mortgage. We make the American dream come true every day.
Little stutter step, has got single coverage, goes behind the cage, left side. Rubio's got an opening. Oh, he got hit, but he scored. Rubio got it to go. Oh, Rubio, a very, very impressive goal.
Coming around the goal, I mean, anytime you have to be aware of the slide coming, and I knew that pressure was coming, but we always try and preach if you're not getting hit on the shot, then you're not taking enough steps. You're not coming around the goal for far enough.
Stay tuned. Virginia game highlights are coming up next.
It's going to be a score. Loose ball picked up by Kelly, and Kelly delivers.
Welcome back to Cavalier Sports Weekly. On Saturday, our men's lacrosse team took on rival Maryland at Klockner Stadium. Let's check out the highlights.
The Cavalier game highlights are presented by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Good defense by Maryland, but there was Rubio to pick it up. Rubio looking to score from the angle. He does. Oh, left side. Rubio ties the game at 11:37, and Doug, that was a tough angle. Riley the midi and giving it up and a crank and a score. Boy, he gave it in perfect position to Brian Carroll. And Carroll from about 15, and he just ripped it by Brian Phipps. And the Cavs have a 2-1 lead.
I thought Maryland took it to us in the first 5 or 6 minutes. I was very pleased that we responded to that, especially defensively. I thought by early in the second quarter that we were moving our feet, much more attentive and alert at the defensive end of the field, and that was going to keep us in the game.
And to the right, and a shot on goal is wide. Doe picked up by Maryland, and coming right to the cage, and a shot and a score by Max Ritz. Rubio, with a little stutter step, has got single coverage. Goes behind the cage, left side. Rubio's got an opening. Oh, he got hit, but he scored. Rubio got it to go. Oh, Rubio, a very, very impressive goal.
He has prepared himself thoroughly for this. I could see this coming back in September. It might be too much to expect, a performance the way he's been playing recently. But I certainly think that he put the work in order to prepare himself to play like this.
But we really have a team-oriented system, and whether that shows up at the end of the game on the stat sheet or not isn't necessarily the important thing for us. We've really concentrated on off-ball movement and playing as a team, and my goal production is just a product of that system that we run.
Rubio gives it back to Gladding. Gladding trying to get free, and at the feet, got it by Phipps. Score. Cavs make it 6-4, and Gladding goes low. The third Cavalier to score. Now the slide on Rubio in a double team. Somebody's got to be open. Riley delivers. 8 yards left of the crease, and Riley finds the net. And it's a 7-4 Virginia lead at 12:35. Gladding spins and tries to get free. Behind the cage, Billings. Billings trying to set up Rubio. Crank! Score! Cavs Cavs make it 9-4. Rubior from 15 yards.
I think we're playing very well right now, but you know, I don't think we've forgotten that Drexel loss. I think that's continued to be motivation for us, and we've continued to improve each week, and that's what we need to concentrate.
I think our message has been consistent throughout, just to try to get a little bit better every day. We are still a work in progress. We've got a long way to go, but we are getting better, and we have consistently gotten better since the beginning of the season. And so, an opportunity to take care of ourselves the rest of the weekend, and then be ready to play Binghamton on Tuesday. Have a good show on Tuesday night, and then we get the Heels in here on Saturday, and I heard that they beat Hopkins today, so that's going to make for a great atmosphere here at Clarkman.
With more points at stake in the Commonwealth Challenge, men's tennis hosted Virginia Tech on Wednesday, and baseball traveled to Blacksburg for a weekend series. Let's check out the action.
Doubles is very important. It starts off the match, and it really gives whoever wins the point momentum. And I feel our team's very strong in doubles. We show that all year. We're real tough when we get the doubles point. We feel like we have a lot of momentum, and for us, when we get the doubles point, we only need to win 3 matches in singles. I mean, we have 6 guys that are most likely better than everybody at every spot. Sana and I have been playing the last 2 years, and that just definitely helps us out. I mean, the chemistry on the court is real great. We know exactly where each other's going to be. I definitely feel like the difference in our games helps us out a lot. I feel like I've got a bigger serve and good volleys. He's got unbelievable returns, and he's really quick from the baseline. And just that, both of us can take advantage of that. A lot of teams have trouble with that, so it helps us out a lot. I definitely think this is the best team we've had in the last 3 years. Sambev in 1 singles, I think he's lost 1 match all year. And, that's an automatic point for us. In doubles, we usually win that about 90% of the time. And then the bottom of our lineup, 4, 5, and 6 are just unbelievable. And myself and Dom at 2 and 3 have been playing really well. So I feel like this team's just as good as any team we've had, if not better.
One and 2, 1 out. Curveball swung on and missed. We'll trade places tomorrow. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Curveball grounded to third. Wingfield on 1 hop bobbles the ball, but still fields in time to go to second for 1. Adams to first, turn it over.
People just take for granted how much defense really does do for you. But yeah, I mean, those double plays will help you, and the great plays made by the outfield on several occasions. I mean, it's huge for a pitcher.
374, 2 home runs and 20 RBIs, and he lays a bunt down third base side. No chance. Third base was playing deep, and Patrick Wingfield just deadens the ball. The Cavs have first and second with 1 out. And Henry swings at the first pitch and lines one left center field. Tough play for Parks, racing over, can't get there. It gets behind him. Bo Seabury will score. They're going to roll with Wingfield in. The relay from Schaefer to the plate is offline. Cavs lead 2-0.
I was fortunate enough to get a good pitch and hit it into the gap, and you just never know when you're going to get an opportunity to score runs, and obviously today that was our only opportunity.
We'll deal the first pitch of the inning, and a chopper up the middle by Thomas to the backhand side. Cannon the play, throws to first and gets the out.
I mean, we played spectacular defense today. Tyler Cannon made a lot of very clutch plays. We turned a nice couple of double plays, and we played very well in the infield. And we're going to have to continue to do that in the league if we want a chance to win.
It lifted in the air to left center field. Geyer will dive and make the catch. 0-2. Swing and a miss.
I was definitely on it. My breaking ball was working. It felt really good in the bullpen, and I was able to locate that where I wanted to. I'd dump it in for a strike the first pitch, and then, I'd have them off balance, and I was able to get under their hands.
1-2. Swing and a miss. He got him.
Corner, the bender takes care of Schaefer. This one hit down the right field line. That's in for a base hit, maybe more. Turning Suckett is Wingfield on his way to third. He gets the green light. The relay throw to the plate. Safe. around, bounce to second. Great diving stop by Adams. Wells misses away. The runner on a delay. They'll try to get. Oh, the run is going to score. Now in a rundown is Cannon. And they tag in. But the run scores. The pause and 1-2 pitch is hit in the air to right field. Marshover has it, and Virginia wins again.
Megan O'Leary is a true superstar. High school Heisman winner, Jefferson Scholar, community service volunteer, and two-sport athlete of Virginia. Megan is always ready to take on a new challenge. Megan O'Leary is your Student Athlete of the Week.
The Student Athlete of the Week is presented by the Virginia Lottery. In 2006, the Virginia Lottery contributed a record $454 million to public schools throughout the Commonwealth.
I think at my points of exhaustion, I sometimes look back, but ever since I could remember when I was younger, I always wanted to be doing something. I kept myself very busy. I didn't like to be idle. I enjoyed trying new things, meeting new people, having new experiences, and I think that's what's kind of led me to get involved in the things that I've gotten involved in. And I mean, I do the things that I love. I think that I like a lot of things.
She's done things that a lot of us only dream of, and she's played 2 Division I sports, and she has so many things that she's done, and she doesn't really gloat about that or carry that above others. She uses it as a tool to bring other people along with her.
The Jefferson Scholar Program is the reason I'm here. And it was, again, I didn't realize what an honor and what a great experience it would be. And being a 4th year now and looking back, it's brought into my life many people, many experiences that I know that I wouldn't have gotten anywhere else or had I been here, not in the program. We have a very athletic family. I mean, my dad played basketball, my mom swam, played tennis. So I think I've been playing sports since I could remember. I was on a team with my twin brother, a soccer team, and I was the only girl. I remember for a long time I was the only girl. But it didn't matter. I ran around with the best of them, and my earliest memories growing up playing soccer and then basketball with my brothers. The High School Heisman Award is, I remember when I got it when I was a senior in high school, I didn't really imagine what it really would be. And it's something that will definitely stay with me for the rest of my life. I get to go back every year to New York and kind of relive those experiences, and it's a family. It's a huge honor. I still, every time I'm reminded of, I feel so lucky to have gotten that award and to be surrounded by, there are some amazing people that I'm surrounded by every time I go back to New York.
First time I met Megan, we were coming back from a student-athlete mentor meeting. She was on the volleyball team at that time, and she was really excited. She wanted to ask us both about softball, and she just seemed like a really fun and energetic person, and I wanted her to be on the team like right away.
I loved volleyball. I loved softball, but I think that the decision was where could I contribute the most and grow the most. And I saw this new opportunity with a new coach and a new start to a program that I could really jump in and make a difference. And so I remember it was one of the hardest phone calls to tell my volleyball coach that I think that I want to just go with softball. And then also, talking to this new coach that I didn't really know and saying, hey, I'm going to come on for full time now. Is that all right? And I remember, yeah, that's great. Let's do it. And it's been the right decision. I've loved every second of it.
She called me and said, I'm still in Greece. I'm getting ready to come back to the States, but I want to play softball. And, she doesn't realize it, but I watch a lot of softball games out recruiting, and I had already watched her play, and I knew athletically there was something there. As a coach, you sit down, and each player has to contribute to the team somehow. How are they going to do it? And I kept going back to her speed and her athleticism. I'm like, this is crazy. We're not utilizing this at all. We're not taking advantage of it. But she had a great start this year, and I think her confidence level is where it needs to be. I've just tried to keep the pressure off her. I've had to use her in 3 different spots, two different spots this year because of injury. We're not deep enough. And she is athletic, so she's the one who's chosen to move because she can.
Right now, I have plans to go to graduate school here. Continue. I have another year of eligibility. So I'm going to do the Social Foundations program, kind of continue my sociology. That's my other side of the double major. Ideally, I would like to go into a aspect of communications, whether it be PR or media. But I haven't yet, defined that. There's a lot of things, as my past shows, that I enjoy doing, and so I don't think of that as a bad thing. I think that there's a lot of things that would make me happy, and that a lot of things that I want to try.
Our football team is in their second week of spring practice, and we take a look at our defensive backs in this week's Who's Heating Up.
Who's Heating Up is brought to you by Propane, exceptional energy.
Hot! Hold his shoulders, Mo. Hot! Set to the ball side. That's it, Vic.
Sometimes you just got to lock and load, put your face in the fan, as Coach Greer always say, and just whoever want it more, you got to want it more than another guy.
Club with your arms. Club him with your arms. Hot! Club him. We all in. Bang is hot.
Goal line tackle. That goal line tackle is a fun drill. I mean, it's just you and the ball carrier on the goal line. Somebody's got to lose. So that's really a good drill for DBs and all defenders. Try to knock them off the goal line. You got to hit them and drive your feet. It's a headache drill. It'll get your head rattling. No. We definitely lost two key contributors with Franklin and Hamilton, but we had a lot of depth since I've been here. We've had pretty much a lot of depth in DB. So we got guys ready to step up and replace them. Try to do as good of a job or maybe even better job.
It's very competitive. We have a lot of talent and a lot of guys that's willing to work hard. We still have room for improvement, which is always necessary. We're just out there every day with a competitive nature to get better as an individual and as a unit to help our defense succeed and do great things this season.
Oh, definitely. Byron Glasby, he's definitely stepping up in terms of performance and making more plays. And Chris Cook, Vic Hall, Mike Brown, all those players are all definitely stepping up. Mike Brown and Vic Hall especially, they're stepping up from positions that weren't starters last year to positions where they could be, competing for starting jobs, and they're definitely showing it out here.
One of the most important parts of football is making big hits and being very physical. So we all as a unit have a physical mentality, and that's going to help us in the future.
That's the type of smart play that wins championships. Just what I was talking about down there. Okay, don't let the guy body position you like a rebounder. Okay, down in the red, once he gets inside the 5-yard line, get between him and the ball. Okay, that's a great play.
Don't miss the 2007 Virginia Spring Football Festival on Saturday, April 14th at Scott Stadium. There's fun for everyone at this free event. Gates open at 12 noon for the festival in the north end of the stadium, and the field will also be open for fans to experience an NFL-style combine. The Virginia football spring game will kick off at 2 o'clock. Mark your calendar. It's the free Virginia Spring Football Festival, Saturday, April 14th. Visit virginiasports.com for more information.
Coming up after the break.
Welcome back to Cavalier Sports Weekly. Our women's lacrosse team took on the Duke Blue Devils on Saturday, and we've got the highlights for you in our Olympic Sports Spotlight.
The Olympic Sports Spotlight is presented by the Virginia Athletics Foundation.
Our shooters had a great percentage, certainly in that first half. I think we only missed on a few. And then in the second half, we still got some great looks. We've got, our team strength is in our attack. We've got great ball handlers and kids that can go to goal. it was a shootout. I mean, I think both offenses are incredibly talented, and both defenses need to work on making some stops there. I think, some were pretty good looks. I think, overall, I'm disappointed that our defenders do keep getting that same look over and over again. I think they shot the ball 40 some times, so for us to not make that many adjustments is a little disappointing. But we have Old Dominion down on the road on Wednesday, so we take a day off, we regroup on Monday, we watch some film, and point out some areas that we can really do better.
In other Cavalier sports action this week,
Thanks for watching Cavalier Sports Weekly. We'll be back next week with more great features, highlights, and game stories. Until then, I'm Tamika Ferguson. Go Hoos!
Cavalier Sports Weekly is presented by the Virginia Lottery, where all profits benefit Virginia's public schools grades K through 12. By clean, safe, reliable propane. Propane, exceptional energy. By Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And brought to you in part by the Virginia Athletics Foundation, dedicated to providing scholarship, operational, and facility support for the Virginia Athletics program.